Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Welcome back. How are you today? As always, I hope you are feeling good. In this video, I will discuss another strategy to deal with structure questions of the TOEFL test. It is about inverted with question word. What is that? Why does it sound very difficult? Well, actually, it's not. So, without any further ado, let's begin our discussion. To understand the concept of inverted with question word, first of all, we have to understand the concept of noun clause. Since we have studied about it, I assume all of us understand about noun clause. However, I will still review it right here. Let's study this example. I know what the homework is. Let's identify the subject and the verb. What are they? Yes, the subject is I and the verb of the sentence is know. What the homework is, it is a noun clause as an object. What here is the noun connector, and then the homework is the subject of the noun clause, and is the verb of the noun clause. We have studied all of this in detail in the previous videos about noun clause. In summary, this sentence is correct. I have another sentence. What the homework is. Is this correct? Absolutely not. This is a noun clause, and a noun clause cannot stand alone. So, what can we do to correct this? It is easy. We have to put question mark at the end of the sentence, and it simply will be a question. What the homework is? Question mark. Okay, this is a questions because ada tanda tanyanya, right? But it is a correct questions. Benar nggak sih ini? We have question word what. The subject is the homework and the verb is. But this is still incorrect. So, what we can do to solve this problem? It's easy, we just need to invert the verb and the subject. Kita hanya perlu merubah posisi subjek dan verbnya. So, the sentence will be, what is the homework? Tanda tanya. The question word is what, the verb is, and the subject is the homework. This is a correct structure for equations. Again, WH questions, WH questions, verb, and then the subject. Itu structure yang benar untuk pertanyaan. WH questions, you know right? Seperti what, when, where, why, who, how, yang kayak begitulah ya. That's WH questions. Alright, let's differentiate both sentence that we analyzed before. Kita bisa lihat ya, kalau what, when, where, why, who, how, WH question ini berfungsi sebagai noun clause. Kalau berfungsi sebagai noun connector, maka harus diikuti terlebih dahulu oleh subjek. Sedangkan kalau WH question itu, what, when, where, why, who, how, berfungsi sebagai question words atau pertanyaan, maka harus diikuti terlebih dahulu oleh verb. Okay? This is easy. If the sentence is only what is homework, what do you like, what is your favorite song. Kalau kalimatnya seperti itu, it's gonna be easy. Okay? Tapi I have another example which is more complex. Okay, here we go. Do you know where you are going? Oke, ini jelas sebuah pertanyaan karena diawali oleh do. Maka kalimat ini adalah kalimat yes or no questions. The subject is you, the verb is know. Nah, di sini we have to be We have to be careful in this part. Where you are going is a noun clause as an object. Where is the noun connector? And then you are is the subject and the verb of the noun clause. Oke, loh, tapi kenapa setelah where kok diikuti you? Katanya tadi harus diikuti verb kalau sebuah pertanyaan. Wait. Penjelasan tadi yang menyebutkan bahwa sebuah kalimat tanya WH question harus diikuti verb dan kemudian subjek hanya berlaku jika what, when, where, why, who, how WH question itu berstatus sebagai question word. Oke, di kalimat ini where bukan question word, tapi adalah connector. Indikator kalimat ini menjadi kalimat pertanyaan adalah do itu sendiri. Terkecuali jika kalimat pertanyaannya seperti ini, where are you going? Baru where diikuti oleh verb are dan subjeknya you, because where in this sentence is a question word. Okay? Hopefully it is clear. In more detail, when the question word introduce a question, the subject and the verb are inverted. Strukturnya, kalau pertanyaan adalah what, when, where, why, who, how, WH questions, diikuti verb dan kemudian subject. Meanwhile, when the question word connects two clauses, the subject and the verb that follow are not inverted. Jadi, kalau bukan pertanyaan, what, when, where, who, why, how, WH question itu diikuti subjek dan verb. Okay, that's how this strategy works. For example, I have these questions. The lawyer asked the client why blah 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 it. The rule is still the same. You have to identify the subject and the verb. Okay, what is the subject? Yes, the lawyer is obviously the subject. How about the verb? The verb is asked. That's very clear. So everything is complete. Then we have to analyze it more and more to find out what is actually missing from this sentence. Look at that, ada why di kalimat. Kemungkinannya ada dua nih. Why sebagai pertanyaan atau sebagai konektor. We can see that this is not a question. Nggak ada tanda tanyanya kan? So this is not a question. Jadi why di sini adalah konektor. Oke, coba. Tadi gimana kalau konektor diikutinya oleh apa coba? Yes, diikuti oleh subjek dan verb, jangan kebalik. Jadi kita harus cari sesuatu yang berfungsi sebagai subjek dan verb di opsi jawaban. Which one? It is clear, C is the answer. Subjeknya he, verbnya did. Kalau kita jawab A dan B, maka akan menjadi pertanyaan. Sedangkan kalimat di soal bukan pertanyaan. Opsi D, diamond, jelas salah. No change for that. Therefore, the best answer is C. Nah, gitu ya cara analisa soal structure TOEFL. Seperti itu. That's how we solve the structure questions of the TOEFL test. Okay, that's actually the final examples that I can present in this video. Thank you very much. Hopefully it's helpful for you. Thanks and see you.